The year is 1204, the 13th of April. The most magnificent city the world has ever seen, Constantinople, is engulfed in flames. Blood flows through the streets, screams rise from the churches, and golden crosses are smashed to pieces. But wait, those shattering the cross are not of another faith. The ones setting this city on fire are Christians themselves, and the man who sent them here is not a pope, but a 90-year-old blind merchant, Enrico Dandolo, currently the most dangerous man in Europe, the Doge of Venice, and he has just become the architect of history's greatest heist. How were the Crusades described to you in school? Religious wars launched by Christians to reclaim the Holy Lands from Muslims. Nobles fought for honor, peasants for heaven, they said. That might be true for the first ones, but the fourth? That is where you must stop, because what is happening in Constantinople right now shatters that holy cause narrative you were told. What is burning right now is not just a city, but the belief itself that wars are fought solely for faith. And rising from that fire is the true face of the money in your pocket today, your government's debt, and every war in your world. Welcome. This is the Ledger of War, and I will tell you the dirty balance sheet of conflict through the Fourth Crusade. Let's go back to 1202, the chateaux of France, the castles of Flanders. There is one of Europe's most powerful nobles, Boniface of Montferrat. He wants to launch the Fourth Crusade. The target is Egypt. The armies are ready. The faith is there. The enthusiasm is real. The only problem, no ships. Boniface looked at the map. Who possesses the strongest navy in the Mediterranean? Venice. Boniface came to Venice, met with Dandolo. We need ships, he said. We are going to do God's work. Dandolo listened, nodded, and gave a price, 85,000 silver marks. Boniface paused at first, but then accepted. The contract was signed. Dandolo began preparing the ships, 50 war galleys, 450 transport vessels, a magnificent fleet. The Crusaders arrived in Venice, ready to board. Then came the time of reckoning. Boniface arrived ashamed and said, "We have a problem. We couldn't collect 85,000 marks. We only have 51,000. Dandolo's expression did not change. It was as if he knew. Guess what? He was waiting for this. In the modern world, what do we call this? Predatory lending. Giving a loan to someone you know cannot pay it back, and when they can't, saying, "Now, you must do something else." Enrico Dandolo played the same game 800 years before the architects of the 2008 financial crisis. Dandolo leaned over the table. "Do not worry," he said. "We have a solution. To pay off your debt, do me a small favor. Capture the city of Zara." Zara, Venice's commercial rival. And one more detail. It was Christian. Dandolo was telling the Crusaders, on your way to save Jerusalem, raid a Christian city first. But news came from the Pope when he learned of the situation. If you attack Zara, you will be excommunicated. But Dandolo didn't care, because he held a crucial trump card, debt, because debt is a silent chain. The Crusaders accepted the attack. In November 1202, Zara fell, was looted, and burned. Christians attacked Christians. The Pope excommunicated them, but no one cared, because this was no longer a crusade. It was a modern debt collection job. Zara fell, but the debt was still not cleared. Just then, a prince arrived from Constantinople, Alexios, the son of a deposed emperor. He told Dandolo, "Put me on the throne of Constantinople, and I will give you 200,000 silver marks. Not only that, I will provide 10,000 soldiers and submit the Eastern Church to the Pope." Even though Dandolo couldn't see, he saw the calculation very clearly. He accepted the offer. He told the Crusaders, "We are changing the route. We go to Constantinople first. Alexios will give you money, then you go to Egypt." Was it logical? Yes. Was it real? No. Because Dandolo never had any intention of going to Egypt, his plan was always Constantinople. July 1203, the Crusaders arrived in Constantinople. The young Prince Alexios took the throne. But when he looked at the treasury, he was shocked. It was empty. There were no 200,000 marks. Alexios melted down church gold, imposed new taxes on the people. The people revolted. In February 1204, a coup took place, and Alexios was killed. The new emperor went up to the walls and told the Crusaders, "Get out of here. I will give you nothing." The Crusaders couldn't believe what they heard. They froze where they stood. But Dandolo was calm, because he had calculated this too. Every plan must have a plan B, and Dandolo's plan B was very simple: looting. Dandolo gathered the Crusader leaders. "The situation is clear," he said. "The emperor isn't paying. This city owes you. Behind those walls lies history's greatest treasure. If we take the city, we share everything equally." April 12th, 1204. The attack began. The city fell, and then hell broke loose. 3 days of looting. Historians write, libraries were burned. Crusaders smashed altar tables in the Hagia Sophia. The estimated loot value was $2 billion in today's money. Venice took its share: bronze horses, fabrics, jewels. The Crusaders took the relics. And thus, a city was destroyed in the name of one religion by another religion. Dandolo, that blind man, created the prototype of everything in your world today. 3 fundamental principles. First, debt equals control. Dandolo didn't give the Crusaders money, he gave them dependency. He who cannot pay the debt becomes the puppet of the lender. Look at the world now. What do the IMF and World Bank do? They give development loans to poor countries, and when they can't pay, they say, cut public services, privatize your resources. Dandolo's ships are today called structural adjustment programs. Second, war equals investment. Dandolo didn't view war as a cost, but as a revenue stream. Ship rentals, loot shares, new trade routes. Look at defense industry companies in the modern world. For them, war is a demand generation strategy. Every missile equals profit. Dandolo's ships are now F-35 fighter jets. Third, profits are privatized, losses are socialized. Dandolo wrote the first rule of capitalism. The ships belonged to Venice. The risk belonged to the Crusaders. The profit was Dandolo's. Remember the 2008 bank bailouts? The banks didn't fail. Your taxes saved them. Profits stayed on Wall Street. The loss was yours. Dandolo engineered this game 800 years ago. Now let's see who won and who lost. Losers, the Crusaders. They died in debt. History remembers them as heroes. They never understood they were just being used. Constantinople never reached the same wealth again. Winners, Venice, became the master of the Eastern Mediterranean overnight. Dandolo's share of the loot still adorns St. Mark's Square. Here's the real question. Who are you? Are you the Crusader or are you Dandolo? If you are living on debt, if you play the role the system gives you without question, if you accept everything presented to you as holy, You are the Crusader of 1204, a soldier working for someone else's enrichment. But now you know, and knowledge, as history shows us, is the most dangerous weapon. Dandolo was blind, but he saw better than anyone, because true blindness is not in the eyes, it is in the mind.